Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue, and today we have a special show for you. Sort of a mini documentary. Inside Golf crews were down in Frisco, Texas / Dallas for a special treat. Little golf at the new Frisco headquarters of the PGA of America, and then a football game. Yeah, Eagles-Cowboys at AT&T Stadium. It was all put together with cooperation from All Access GTE and the Golf Association of Philadelphia. You remember All Access GTE. We featured them on a show earlier in the year. Found out about the one-of-a-kind trips they can put together for golfers in the Philly area. Well, wait until you see this trip. Inside Golf sent a camera crew to document a trip to the Omni PGA Frisco Resort in Texas, and to the new home of the PGA of America. And then everybody got to watch the recent Eagles-Cowboys game at the beautiful AT&T Stadium, right in the suites. We'll give you a look at the adventure through the eyes of some of those who participated. Plus, we'll show you everything about the Omni PGA Frisco Resort and what it has to offer. And it's coming up next on Inside Golf. The 27th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf, the First Tee of Greater Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, and Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
Most golfers spend weeks and even months planning their dream golf vacation, researching transportation, lodging, and tee times. But not you, Doug.
Not me.
Not you. All you have to worry about is piping your drive on this iconic hole you've wanted to play since you were 9. Cause you booked your golf vacation with All Access, and they took care of everything. Clear your mind, Doug. Ouch.
Heaven.
All Access. Sadly, we have to leave the golf to you.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. Well, we teased what we did recently. Eagles fans going down to Frisco and Dallas, Texas. Little golf at the Omni Resort in Frisco, right adjacent to the new PGA headquarters. And then, well, the trip of a lifetime. After golf, they went down to AT&T Stadium as the Eagles smashed up on those Dallas Cowboys. What an idea, all put together by our friends at All Access GTE and GAP, the Golf Association of Philadelphia. And let's look how it turned out. The trip began with a flight into Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. The group met each other, and then it was time to hop on the private shuttle and head to the Omni PGA Frisco Resort. On arrival, the travelers had a few hours to sort of get acclimated to the resort before it was time for their first Frisco golf experience, the swing. But before they started, they warmed up on a putting green. Now, this green is known as the dance floor. It's one of the largest natural grass putting courses in the U.S. It's designed by Gil Hands and Bo Welling. The lighted 2-acre putting course is the perfect spot to play with family and friends. You're going to notice it's also surrounded by a hub of entertainment and dining and retail. And if you're hungry, looking for that special piece of merchandise to take home with you, there is no reason to leave the resort. It is all right there. So now the group finally teed off on the swing. And this one-of-a-kind facility is a lighted 10-hole par 3 course with holes that range from 45 to 100 yards. Designed for all skill levels, this short course offers unique and interesting green complexes. And it was the perfect opening golf experience in what was going to be a great weekend. As the group walked back to the Omni Hotel, they stopped to watch a little Thursday night football on a giant TV screen right on the property. The next morning, it was time to tee off at the first of 2 18-hole golf courses at the Omni Resort. Fields Ranch West is set among North Texas's rolling hills, and it provides an enjoyable strategic test of golf. It's designed by Bo Welling, and the West course's expansive fairways are approximately 75 yards wide on average, promoting enjoyment for golfers of whatever skill levels. The following day, it was time for a bigger test, Fields Ranch East. This one designed by Gil Hands, the East course was built to maximize the terrain's natural potential, and it provides a strategic challenge for all golfers. Members of the travel group walked the 18 holes with caddies, and they got a true taste of championship golf. Tony Regina is the Assistant Communications Director for the Golf Association of Philadelphia. Tony was sort of a liaison for those on the trip.
I feel that everyone is having a great time on this experience here in Frisco/Dallas. The golf has been exceptional, and I feel that every golfer truly enjoyed both venues. Different type of golf down here in Texas, but nonetheless enjoyable golf. I feel like there was some bonding between the trip participants, which is great. You expect people to socialize through the sport of golf, and I think they did just that. Personally, I enjoyed the golf. I thought the topography here was very interesting. Both golf courses offered challenging green complexes. For me personally, it was all about just treasuring the opportunity to be here with GAP members to experience golf in Texas, golf here at Fields Ranch. The resort has been phenomenal. Soaking in the Texas sun is not a bad thing, especially this time of year for a November getaway. And we have the Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles game on tap. That's going to be outrageous. So I think there's going to be a lot of Philadelphia fever here in Dallas.
Our travelers saw a sea of tailgates, a private helicopter landing right next to their parking spot. And yes, as always, fellow Eagle fans traveling down for the big game. Tim Arndt and Jane Riley were members of the All Access GAP trip from Philadelphia. And they say this is one of the best golf trips they have ever experienced.
So then we saw GAP was putting together a trip to Frisco. We decided, hey, let's do that too. That sounds like a great trip.
Because somebody's a Dallas fan.
Yeah, I'm one of the few, Cowboys fans probably on the trip. So, but I always wanted to come to Texas, and they're great. They're great courses too. The facilities at Frisco were wonderful. My expectations for my team's chances are less good. It's not been a good year for the Cowboys.
The group saw that AT&T Stadium wasn't quite like Lincoln Financial Field, but it was a spectacular venue in its own right. They were given a private suite to watch the game, and the Eagles quickly started taking care of business.
Haven't had to do anything, just show up and play golf and enjoy this beautiful suite with all these great Philadelphia fans. It's been tremendous. Cannot wait for the next email to hit my inbox, asking me to participate in the Gap trip. I've heard a lot of good things about previous trips, and this one was, I think, very well run. Loved it.
The Eagles finished the day with a 34-6 victory over the Cowboys. The travel group finished their weekend with a lot of laughs and a lot of quality time in that AT&T Stadium suite. All right, stay with us. More to come on that recent trip to Texas for golf and Eagles football, all put together by our friends at All Access GTE and the Golf Association of Philadelphia. Wait till you see what's next. Golf, football, how do you beat that on a fall weekend? We'll have it for you next as Inside Golf continues.
The Golf Association of Philadelphia. Founded in 1897, GAP is the nation's oldest regional or state golf association. We serve amateur golf in Eastern PA, Southern New Jersey, and all of Delaware. GAP welcomes all golfers, junior or senior, male or female, public or private. Join the Golf Association of Philadelphia today. Our mission is always to preserve, protect, and promote the great game of golf. Before you tee it up, look us up. Visit gapgolf.org to find out more.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. All right, let's take a look again at that little mini documentary we put together, the All Access GTE/GAP trip to Texas for golf and for Eagles-Cowboys football. Let's take a look. In December of 2018, it was reported the PGA of America was planning to move its national headquarters to Frisco, Texas. The 600-acre development would include 2 championship golf courses, a short course, practice areas that totaled 45 holes, a clubhouse, and an Omni hotel. Let's take a deeper dive into where our Philadelphia travel group played their golf. Fields Ranch West, designed by Bo Welling, highlights the Blackland Prairie setting and rambles along Frisco's Panther Creek, surrounded by native grasses and live oaks. Featuring more than 75 feet in elevation change, the routing showcases the site's natural character, as well as wetlands that are home to several species. Fields Ranch East, designed by Gil Hands, is inspired by the restoration of Southern Hills Country Club in Tulsa, Oklahoma, also a Hands project. The East Course features smallish greens with gentle rolls, strong slopes, and false edges that place a premium on accurate approach shots. The fairways use the same grass as the rough, allowing the corridors to be widened or narrowed based on required conditions for championship golf or day-to-day play. The East Course incorporates the best of the property's natural features, provides strategic variety, and showcases characteristics that look and feel traditional.
Our tagline, really the modern home of golf, the new modern home of golf, and you'll see some really wide corridors. There's a lot of space to move the ball, but as you get closer on the East Course, it gets more exacting as you get closer and closer to the pin. Pretty unrelenting. Most people play here, call it one of the more difficult courses they've ever played. The West Course is a little bit more forgiving, and there's a lot of chipping areas and a lot of ways to get the ball into the hole. The greens are really the defense, really some really cool green complexes that Bo Welling put together. Yeah, the most rewarding part of being the director of golf here is really getting to see new people every day and building a team to service the game of golf, the game that we all love, and be able to welcome that in so many different ways, from the dance floor to a championship course that will test the very best in the world. So we have the wide range here, and there's something happening here every day. There's never a boring day, and we're excited always to welcome. A Sunsplash Day like this in northern Texas brings them out. We'll have a little over 200 players in total on the two main courses, and we'll likely run 200 rounds on the swing today.
Another unique golf experience in Frisco is the PGA of America Coaching Center, powered by T-Mobile. It's the PGA's only signature state-of-the-art, consumer-facing golf coaching and training facility. It's a 12,000 square foot, 10 hitting bay training center designed to address the needs of golf instruction, club fitting, and golf fitness.
We have really 4 different offerings at the coaching center. So we have private lessons, we have group programming, a number of different programs that are group oriented. We do corporate clinics, and then we do corporate events. We have a partnership with T-Mobile, the PGA of America. They bought the naming rights to the coaching center, almost like a stadium. And inside we have all their 5G connectivity that helps us with our software applications with our technology. To date, we have about 12 different types of technology that we can utilize for our teaching. We don't use it for every person. We don't use it all the time, but it's available to us. Companies like PuttView, TrackMan, Full Swing Simulator, Sam Putt Lab, Zen Green Stage is another one. That's a green that can move with hydraulics underneath it. So all of those really bring us to the forefront of the technology in golf. And when it's necessary, we use it and it helps a lot. There are rabid fans. We have PGA Tour events, but the PGA Coaching Center is the epitome of golf instruction. I mean, we have a 12,000 square foot building, 2 levels, 10 coaching bays. As I talked about our technology, 12 different applications. It's the best of the best. And so it's a place where also in bipolar Dallas weather, it's sunny and 70 every single day in here. So it makes it nice as well. As long as the student can get here, we can take care of them, doesn't matter what the weather's like outside.
With everything the Omni PGA Frisco Resort has to offer, it is easy to see why the group from Philadelphia had such a great time. Well, big thanks to our friends at the All Access GTE group and the Gap. Hey, remember, everybody's looking for a little buddies trip someplace. Well, All Access GTE is the place to go. Get in touch with them. Maybe they can put you at AT&T Stadium next year or some other spectacular venue for a little golf and something on the side. All right, stay with us. More to come here on Inside Golf. Next up, our teed-off panel. Our teed-off panel is brought to you by Lulu Country Club. All right, welcome back. Inside Golf continues now. Here at Lulu, we are with our teed-off panel. And today we have with us Mr. Harry Mays. You remember him when he did Sports Talk Radio in Philly. You hear him now on the podcast, Swing It and Ding It. And you see him occasionally right here on Inside Golf.
Good to be here, Harry.
Mike Brown, he's everywhere. He just got back from the Eagles' victory in LA against the Rams. Somebody told me he played a little golf. He told me. And he is, of course, the president of the First Tee program of Philadelphia. He's like round, get around. Mike Brown, right?
Yeah, thanks, Harry. Good to be here.
President of the Golf Association of Philadelphia, Lancaster Country Club member, former president there, Mr. Ken Phillips.
Harry, it's always a pleasure.
All right. I read somewhere, an email, an article in a golf magazine, the idea of a warm-up hole before you start playing your 18-hole match or whatever. You go, instead of just hitting balls, maybe you can hit balls too, but maybe you get a feel for playing an actual hole. So it would be a 19-hole golf course that day, and you'd start off as a practice hole, then proceed to the second hole, which would normally be the first hole. Did you ever hear of that? What do you think of the idea?
I think it's a good idea. I mean, in my mind, I sort of play the first hole on the practice facility because I sometimes don't get off to a good start. But if I'm playing a par 4, I would say, okay, I'll hit my driver, I have an 8-iron in, and you go from there. But I think having, getting the butterflies out and having a little warm-up hole, I think is a great idea.
Mikey?
I've seen that done before, Caves Valley originally, the lower range.
Yeah.
the lower range used to have 3 holes, and Fazio designed it. You'd play 3 holes, and then you'd go play your round, which I thought was a good idea for
what,
3
a par
holes.
3, a par 4, a par 5?
Par 5, exactly. You start down with the par 5, then you played par 3 across, then a par 4 back up. And then with their demand for range, because more people want range, I think it's a good way to kind of get yourself moving, because you just go to the tee and you hit and scrape. It gives you an opportunity to hit a shot and whatever. I also like the idea of a 19th hole, so that if you had a tied match, you would go and break it on a par 3.
Well, you know, there was the old Twining golf course not far from here, public course here in Upper Dublin. They had a 19th hole. It was a short par 3. I don't know if it counted in your official, like pick 18 of your best 19 holes or something like that. But it finished an uphill par 3, yeah. How about you, Harry? Any experience with the idea?
Oh, I have experience with it. In fact, there's many times where I've played not only the first hole, but the first 2 holes at 1912 Club, and I've used them as practice holes. And get me to the 3rd tee on the par 5, and let's go. And then we'll finish the other 2 when we're done.
Right.
Places that have the acreage, to have an extra hole to warm up on is terrific.
It is a financial concern because you got to maintain it, you know, and you know, cut the greens, and if they have bunkers and all that. But you know, it's a different type of idea. On the whole subject of warm-up, do you have a routine? Like, if you have a 1 o'clock tee time, what time do you try to show up at the
I try to
course?
show up an hour ahead of time.
Do you?
Yeah, just loosen up and talk, and you know, kibitz with people, and the next thing, well, he kibitzes with everybody.
Yeah. He'd need 3 hours. He'd get there at 9 o'clock.
But yeah, you know, I like to get there just so you're not rushed.
Yeah. How about you, Brownie?
One of the great lines a guy said to me, he said, "Brownie, you gonna hit balls?" He said, "Why don't you just go chew gum and warm up?" Which I thought was pretty funny. I'm the same. About an hour. You get there, you work your way through the bag. I thought an interesting way, the one time I caddied for Tom Watson, he started with the low iron, started with a 2 iron. And that's how he did it, because he said your expectations are lower, but you loosen up because you're swinging a bigger
Works his
club.
way to the 9 iron and wedges?
Yes,
Okay.
but he started with a 2 iron.
Okay, and like Ken, I think that's a good idea. In your head, you're playing the first hole.
Oh, yes, exactly.
You know what you have to hit.
Yeah.
Whatever 2 clubs, 3 clubs you need to get there.
Yeah.
And talking about, you know, things you like to do, Harry. You like to stop at halfway houses and shop around and see what's going on, or do you hit and miss, like grab a soda or whatever?
You got to reload the cooler, Har.
You got
for that back. No.
Never thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Absolutely.
does that help you play better, do you think?
In my mind, it does. Let's put
Okay.
it that
Grab
way.
a half a sandwich, a dog, or anything?
Yeah, if there's a grab-and-go sandwich or a hot dog or something like that. And
Brownie, do you hang around the halfway house much?
I love halfway houses. I got tempted. You know, some of these Discovery Land properties, it's like a halfway house every 5 holes, and it's like high-end food, and it takes 5.5 hours to round. I think your idea of a grab and go, pull up fast, pick it, and keep moving, I think that's really important for the game, because you don't want to slow it down and
That's the big emphasis,
take
right?
a 4-hour round to 4:20 because everybody's
Spend a half an hour picking out a hamburger.
Right.
Yeah, you're from Lancaster County, so you know the little red bridges you see out there. There was a shot I saw where people could actually drive their cart through sort of a car wash shed or a bridge. It's protected, and on each side of the cart, and it's only about 12 feet wide, guys could either step out, grab a pre-made sandwich, or get a bag of chips, and then they're off. They never have to leave the cart. You ever see anything like that? What do you think about that idea?
I haven't
would
seen
it fly or what?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it. You know, most of my plays walking, but you could have the same thing walking.
Yeah.
But as Harry and Mike said, the key is keeping pace of play. So when we stop, it's normally grab something really quick and you're off to the tee or whatever. And there are some places where there's a phone. So like if you want a sandwich, you call on the 9th tee, hey, it's ready for you, you're out of there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And I always used to, I don't see them around anymore, where some halfway houses would have tables and chairs. That's not a good idea.
Not a good idea. You should make them go to the window. Like down here at the snack bar at Lulu.
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Walk up, walk out.
Yeah.
That's a great way.
Tell you what though, depending on, I was over in England playing at Sunningdale, and it's custom at the end of the 9th hole, beautiful halfway house, you have a sausage sandwich, and you sit there for 10, 15 minutes.
At least.
Yeah. Because
When you have to sit,
the groups in front of you are doing the same thing.
Right.
Now they do play
now,
quick.
do you yield your time if you're not on the tee?
No, I mean everyone sort of says, okay, you got 10, 15 minutes, and then you're moving on.
Yeah, hey, take
but
a few.
it's custom.
a few quick bites and moving on, fellas. Yeah, that's not going to fly, I don't think, in today's America. I think tables and chairs have been eliminated.
It'd be a good way to ruin positive momentum of the front nine, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Absolutely.
First, you have to have positive momentum.
Well, that's true. You got to get it first.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. That's teed off for today. Back with more of Inside Golf in just a moment.
Hi, Tony Salucci with the Beacon Group of Companies. If your company has between 50 and 500 employees enrolled in your health insurance plan, there's a really good chance we can reduce your costs significantly and increase the benefits employees receive. How do we do it? We put you together with several thousand employers of a similar size across the country so your company can get amazing buying power. Schedule a conversation with one of our employee benefits specialists today at mybeacongroup.com.
Okay, fam, quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
KOP! Yes! Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain.
Do we have time for Santa? If we have time for wildlife at the zoo?
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants. Yum!
Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
That's it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. Hope you really enjoyed our mini documentary. That was some trip, wasn't it? And like I said earlier, maybe you should get in touch with our friends at All Access GTE because they can do the same thing or something similar for you whenever you want to put that special trip. Golf and something else, thanks to All Access GTE. All right, that's going to do it. We'll wrap it up. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you on the golf course or anywhere in life, don't pick up. We'll see you next week here on Inside Golf. The 27th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf, the First Tee of Greater Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, and Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia section of the PGA.